That's the challenge, y'all. Don't let it get in. Don't let it get in. Deal with it. Acknowledge it. Notice it. But do not let it define you, whatever it is. Let God work it in. Let God work it in.
I do not fear bad news, nor live in dread of what may happen, for I have settled in my mind that God will take care of me. And that's why I'm not afraid, but I can calmly face my foes.
Well, I don't need, I'm in the want facet of my life. It's the difference between needing something and wanting something. But God does give you the desires of your heart. You have every right to want something.
God is not even looking for people that are qualified. He's looking for people that are available. All you got to do is say, God, here I am, use me. I'm yours. Do whatever you want to with me.
I say to myself, here's what I'm going to do today. Here's what I'm going to accomplish today. Here's what I'm going to earn today. And I will do that until I get it accomplished.
Sometimes the people closest to you will not believe in you, not treat you with respect, say things that are hurtful. It's tempting to come off the wall, live offended, bitter. You have to give it to God.
Because you start here doesn't mean that that's going to be your finish. You got to grind and hustle. You're going to even have the doubt. The spirit of doubt is going to kick in.
A prudent man gives thought to his steps. We're talking about steps, the steps to get into your goal.
I had to work up to realize these are human beings with the same that I have. Yeah, there's some people who run faster, swim better, but mentality is mentality. You're not gonna outwork me, so I'm gonna catch up somewhere.
Well, what would you do if you were trying to do the best possible thing? Or what would someone who was always striving to do the best possible thing do? You formulate that question and you might get an answer.
We grow from two experiences. One is the joy of winning, and the other is the pain of losing. Make losing painful. Put it on yourself.
Anytime I put something in the world, I'm always connecting to an idea. I'm always asked, why am I making this?
When you're in real suffering, it doesn't matter where you go. You can be in a crowded room. You could be at a really great vibe. You could be at a really great party. But in the back of your mind, that thing is still there. I still have chains.
It's all about discipline. I want you to be disciplined and stay committed, because motivation comes and goes. But with discipline, you're determined.
It's up to me to focus on what I want more of. You can be attacked on every side. You can be attacked by everything. You can be attacked by the worst thing hell has to throw at you. But if your bow stays steady, if your gaze stays on God, if you point toward your purpose, it's about purpose. It's not about problems.
I will give generously to those in need. My deeds will not be forgotten, and I shall have influence and honor. I love that I have settled in my mind that God will take care of me. That's my source of strength. In fact, when I am with my beautiful friends that I dearly love, and they're not people of faith, sometimes I look at them and just say, I just wish you had my faith. I tried to convert you. I just wish you had my faith.
If you're a good person, why shouldn't you get what you want, But you got to have vision boards. If you don't have a vision board, if you're not writing these things down, the probability of it happening is lessened, because you're actually going against the law of attraction and the way that God set the system up.
You believe God can do anything, but maybe you're not sure he'll do it for you. See, you might even be sure he'll do it for me, but you're not sure he'll do it for you. Why? Because you think you don't deserve it, and you are absolutely right. And that's what makes it so beautiful, is God is always giving us things that we don't deserve.
You got to become a no matter what person. You got to be determined to make it happen. It's more difficult and challenging now than ever before. Self-imposed. Honor your commitment to yourself. There are things that appear to work against you, but I have found they bring something out of you if you allow it.
God knows how to vindicate you. He knows how to restore your reputation. It may seem like people have done things that have permanently set you back. Your motives were right. your heart was pure, but things happened that put you in a bad light, if you're in that season of disrespect, loss of credibility, people discrediting you, your time is coming.
You're gonna say, why the f did I move out here? Everybody laughed at me. Everybody was looking at me like, man, you crazy as a mother. You just gonna leave your city, the comfortability of your house, your family, your environment, all your friends, your loved one to go seek a dream and seek something that you're passionate about? Absolutely. Absolutely.
A prudent man gives thoughts to his steps. Have you ever done that? How long has it been since you thought through the next steps in your life? Or are you just drifting along? And maybe you've been drifting through COVID for 2 years? A mark of wisdom says the prudent man gives thought to his steps. You think through each step of your life.
I used all that 300-pound man, that fat guy, that dumb guy. And people say, why you say dumb? You have to be real with yourself.
You gotta be raw.
If you're not smart, you're dumb, but you can become smart. You can become smart. It's not a permanent tag. You're dumb forever. You're fat forever. No, be raw. Don't find the cushy word.
So who I was this nobody guy. And I created this Goggins.
This is the proper pathway forward. Now that doesn't mean you'd be necessarily inclined to implement that. It might be too difficult, or maybe you even might doubt that that's a practical way forward. But not only can you produce avatars in your imagination and then use them as sources of revealed thought, but your culture can fill in the attributes of that avatar.
If you set something up, fooled around, didn't pull it off, put it on yourself and get around people who will help in this area. Hey, don't join an easy crowd. Go where the expectations are high, where the pressure to perform is high. It's how we grow. I'm certain that part of the reason why people let goal setting slide is because it is a lot of work.
I'm putting this out in the world. Why? So with concussion, Dr. Bennett Omalu was deeply connected to tell the truth. And he said that truth doesn't have a side. And that's what he kept saying. I thought that was such a powerful idea. That there, you know, whose side are you on? Are you a Republican or a Democrat? I'm trying to tell the truth. The truth doesn't have a side.
We might be going through the chains of suffering, that as we go through our life, a picture of what we're facing, it kind of feels like chains. I think chains, they represent suffering in so many ways, because just think about it. It's like they're heavy, they're awkward. I mean, they're uncomfortable to be in chains. Like everywhere you go, you notice it. That's the reality.
Purpose. That was the word that kept coming to my mind when I said, my future is my focus. I kept thinking about preference and then purpose. You hit me with your best shot, but it didn't work. You tried to kill me. It didn't move me from my purpose. In fact, it was the exact thing that God used to bring me to this place where I could stand in my purpose and fulfill the promise.
Where do you go for strength? Because you have to have a source that anchors and stabilizes you so you can do that for others. You cannot give what you do not have. Just can't do it. The second thing that I want to do when I'm mentoring a person during a crisis is I want to share with them what I'm experiencing, my emotions. I want to be raw with them, and that's why I want them beside me. See, if I teach them later, I may skip some of my negative emotions.
The law of attraction really does work. It's a very simple process. If you go in the house and you have a remote and you point that remote at the TV and you press the on switch, guess what you expect to happen? You expect the TV to come on. Well, guess what happens? The TV comes on. It's just because you pointed a remote at it and it sent a signal. And what the signal has to get a return.
When God opens a door, walk through it. But you got to have that attitude, I will not fear. What then shall we say in response to these things? If God is for us, who can be against us? Wow. If God is for us, who can be against us? And God is for us.
If information could change people, everybody would be skinny, rich, and happy. So when you speak, they're asking 3 questions. Who are you? What do you have? why should I care? 90 minutes is a magic number. Everybody in the industry knows that. He's making a mockery of me, making fun of me, but I took it. I took it. See what you can do with that.
God sees you doing the right thing, not complaining, not holding a grudge, not giving up on life. The Pharaoh is going to call you in, so to speak. The right people are going to show up. Vindication is coming. It's going to happen quickly. It's not going to be years to restore what was lost. Suddenly, you're going to see vindication, restoration, promotion, honor, and influence.
Let me put this out there. Some of the most amazingly talented actors out here are not always beautiful. So if you think you got to be attractive to be successful as an actor, you got it all f***ed up. And I don't even want to call no names, but y'all can go down a long list of people that are not visibly beautiful, but very brilliantly talented.
You need to take the time, create a vision ladder or a dream ladder. And you need to ask this question: what do I need to do today in order to get where I want to be tomorrow? What do I need to do today in order to get where I want to be tomorrow? The problem why most people never reach their goals, they can't delay gratification.
What I realized in my life is that Goggins is who I love. Goggins is who I created. My dad created David Goggins. I created Goggins. So what's happened with me, and since Can't Hurt Me came out, and since I got on social media, which is why I don't like social media, which is why I'm not on there very much, which is why I give people one time, I have to do me.
The potential source of revealed truth in imagination, buttressed by all that cultural input. And so you would say, well, in some ways, that avatar with whom you can converse is now the internal embodiment of all the ideas about what constitutes the highest good that our entire culture has been able to create and communicate, insofar as you've been exposed to that, are able to understand it.
You'll be constantly revising your lists of short-range and long-range goals, rearranging them, refining them, redesigning them, establishing different priorities, adding new goals, perhaps deleting others. It's interesting that so many people work hard on their jobs, but they don't work hard on their futures. They let that slide.
Rejection is everywhere. The idea of rejection is relative. I mean, if you take a kid in a small town and somebody posts something negative about them and all of their friends laugh, that's the worst rejection a human being can experience.
You still serve a God who shows up. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Anybody still believe that you serve a God who says, my arm is not too short to save you, my ear is not too deaf to hear from you? Anybody still believe in a God who's a miracle worker? Come on, somebody. He's a restorer. He's a redeemer. If you got chains, good news, he's a chain breaker.
Faith is a fight. It's a fight for focus. You're not fighting against people. You're not fighting against Reuben and Simeon and all. You're fighting for your focus. And it's the fight of your life. All of the pain that he went through, never lost his focus. That's what you do when you aim, right? You gotta focus. You know how hard it is to focus when you got everything flying at you?
Can I tell you, for example, with the coronavirus? My first emotion to this was anger. I was just mad. And the reason I was angry is because I thought there's a lot of emotional people that are leading, and now the leaders are going to have to respond to a bunch of fearful people. Now, I'm not saying that's the right perspective. It certainly is an emotional perspective, and it was a negative with me because I was angry about it.
The man is as he thinking. So how you are, the energy that you project from your mind is what you get. And so that's why the law of attraction works that way. It's because whatever you project, that signal, that's the return has to come that way.
When you're gifted for something, if you trust God, it is not hard for you. I work hard, but what I do up here is not hard. It's easy because I'm gifted for it. But let me tell you, if I tried to lead worship, that would be hard.
Make yourself so good you can't be ignored. I used to call him and ask him to let me come and speak on the stage to give me a shot. And he said no, the owner. But after he had such an overwhelming demand from people going to these motivational events, we want to see that guy, Mamie Brown's baby boy. We want to see him.
You can't dwell on what they said, what they did. Sometimes they don't even know they're doing it. It's just how they were raised. It's just what they saw modeled growing up. It's easy to get offended, live bitter, upset. Let what was said keep him from doing what he knew God called him to do.
Out of sight, out of mind. No one will ever have you in mind for anything that you're trying to do, achieve, or accomplish if you're living in the middle of Egypt some damn where. Nothing wrong with Egypt. I was gonna say something else, but anyway, you live in the middle of nowhere. Your friends and your family can't find you, let alone a director and a producer, a writer, an executive. You are beautiful, you are talented.
I have to do what I want to do right now, and it's what I feel like doing. And people who are successful do what they don't feel like doing today, so they can enjoy what they really want to feel like tomorrow. And so, what do I need to do today that I can work on? That's what a wise person does. They think through the steps. They think through their life.
I am who I am. So now what they see is this guy who's trying to get people to get off their fucking ass. Mm-hmm. That just happened to happen, man. Mm-hmm. I didn't set out. When I set out to be a fucking SEAL and set out to go to Ranger School and all this other shit I did and break records, I didn't set out to fucking please.
Right.
I didn't set out to say, hey, pay me now. I got a great story. Mm-hmm. That.
Is there anything real about the hypothetical ideal? And it seems to me that there is something real about the hypothetical ideal. We recognize its manifestation in other people, and we're happy about that. We're inspired by that. We might be in awe of that. We certainly recognize it as a good thing. We're pleased when that manifests itself in us. Its manifestation in us certainly makes us more attractive to other people.
Some people live such mediocre lives that at the end of the day, they don't know whether they're winning or losing. They just go through life with their fingers crossed. I know most people don't make definite plans, but don't let that be you. The guy says, well, you work where I work, but the time you get home, it's late. You've got to have a bite to eat, watch a little TV, and get to bed. You can't sit up half of the night and plan. And this is the guy who's behind on his car note.
Keeping distance was how you maintained star power. And in the last 5 years, that shifted much more to a friendship model. Like people support artists that they feel like they know thoroughly, that they're friends, right? So that the social media, the daily interaction is much more like a family friendship kind of interaction that is an audience demand.
Chains can break my joy, or my joy can break my chains. I'm not gonna let my chains break my joy, but rather my joy is gonna break my chains. Come on, somebody. You're gonna get some joy today that's gonna break some chains in your life. I wanna remind you that you still serve a God who breaks chains.
Goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results. I always used to create goals and focus on them. I gained weight, then set a target weight, hit the gym, regulate my diet, and reach the target goal. Once it's over, once I achieved it, I lost the motivation to keep doing it. I have an interview coming up, study for it, and give the interview. Once it was over, I lost the motivation to keep studying. Now this is the issue with setting up a goal. Once your goal is reached, you lose the motivation to keep going, or you have to change your goal again to get some motivation. That's where the change is one small mindset helps. Instead of focusing on creating goals, focus on the creation of habits. You want to get fit? Make a habit of exercising daily and eating properly. If you want to grow in your career, make a habit of studying daily. Just by changing one focus from creating and achieving goals to creating habits, we can automatically reach our desired end goal. To understand the benefit of creating a habit, we first need to understand one of the most powerful things in the world: compounding. We can just start by doing an activity for 30 minutes every day. Let's see how it unfolds. 30 minutes each day for 30 days would be 900 minutes, which is 15 hours. 900 minutes each month for 12 months will be 10,800 minutes, which is 180 hours. For all those who want to get fit, be a reader, be a writer, get good at the job you are doing, or anything which would help you grow in your life, just spending 30 minutes on that activity will reap a huge benefit in the long run. That's the power of creating a habit and letting compounding do its work for you. We need to create long-term goals and not just any goal. Create an end goal, not a mean goal. It will be different for different people. Set them up, then start small.
It's almost impossible to climb over something while you're complaining about it. Get it out of your system. Tell who you need to tell, but then start climbing and start bringing forth what you're supposed to bring forth.
I'm not going to let the distractions of life get in the way of that. Listen to me, son. Get in the habit. People form habits, and habits create futures.
You can't defeat fear just through self-determination. Let me make it clear that willpower alone is not enough to make you successful. We need God in everything we do.
Keep your body positioned like you're still a warrior,
100%.
like you're still fighting. Don't start getting poopy pants and getting upset with yourself. No, it's a mentality, and your body language has a direct thing to your brain.
Yes, it does.
And how it functions.
Despite what was said, despite what was done, you're going to shine. You're going to excel. You're going to step into levels that you've never dreamed.
Draw a step ladder showing each step. We're talking about you have something in your mind, you say, I believe God wants me to do this with my life, but I'm here and that's there. There are steps in between.
Joy showed up in my life, and as joy came into my life, I was stronger because of it.
There's certain things that you just do naturally. You were gifted with a talent and you have it. But skill is acquired through discipline.
I really always try to keep fairness with all of my friends because I love everybody unconditionally, People that don't have my viewpoints, people that don't have my faith, it doesn't matter.
Perhaps we're all striving to be, at least in our more noble moments, we're trying to be good people ethically and to serve the good, whatever that might be.
It's essential to set aside some time every week to review all of your goals, to rearrange them, redo them, restructure them, to add goals, or to tear up the whole list and start over.
I often say you never know what's on people's mind. You don't know what's on my mind. You don't know what I'm going through. So don't feel like anybody's dissing you or rejecting you when you approach them to try and have a conversation about something that you're passionate about, something that you're excited about.
You can't keep doing the same thing and expect different outcome. It's all about taking a leap of faith and start doing what should be done.
Because you are choosing and deciding to focus on what He is doing, not what you have been through, but what you are bringing forth. And that's how you interrupt it with a but. Wow, that was horrible, but God was there with us. Did you ever watch somebody die and it was horrible? There was a grace, and you almost feel sorry for the people who weren't there because of the grace that grew from the grief of that moment.
I had to learn how to use my gift. Your gift will make room for you in another way. This is where we are. We are in a new place, a place where you have to throw your net on the other side, where you take the initiative to learn something new.
You have to be able to manage yourself. Prudence. Probably a lot of you don't even know what that word means, but it means good management. It means that God has given us a lot of resources, and we have to, if you manage them well, then they'll grow and prosper.
Every day I tell myself, I used to believe I was the weakest man that God ever created. So now I believe that I'm the hardest human being that God ever made. I don't care if it's true or not. It's the most important conversation to me. It's the thing that drives me every day. It's the one thing that keeps me going every day, is that you must constantly be that man that you want to be.
The ones that matter will see the best in you. They'll want to stand up for you, help you move into your purpose. You don't have to find them, they'll find you. You don't have to convince them to be for you, they'll want to be for you. And there may be seasons where you have to endure disrespect, being put down, seen in a bad light.
You need to just sit down and take the time to seriously think about it. You sit down, you be quiet, and you ask God to guide you, and then you just think about where you're going to go. What am I going to do with the rest of my life? All of your life is in the future. You can't go backwards. You can only go forward. What am I going to do with the rest of my life? You know, God revealed a lot of His will for your future when He gave you a brain.
You will suffer. There is no escaping it. Every one of us right now, today, there's so many of us in this place that you're suffering right now. I know you've got a smile on your face. I know you're here worshiping. I know we want to look our best, but many of us, even right now today, we are in real pain, real trauma, real heartache.
I wasn't going to be on defense with my positivity. I was going to be on offense with it.
For me, working on your body is the beginning of everything. You know, your mind starts to work better, you're the better husband, a better father, a better friend, and life is just better when you care for your body at the highest level.
I'm going to have this sharing spirit. I'm going to basically say, come with me. You can see me. You can see me in my strengths. You can see me in my weaknesses. You can see me with my questions and doubts. You can see me when I'm strong. Just here, sit beside me. Sit beside me. That's powerful mentoring. And in this crisis, that example that you show people is just going to be huge in really developing them well.
It's the religious domain that strives to answer those questions at the highest possible level of abstraction. Now, if you lack that answer, if you're divorced from a religious structure, then you have to find a replacement somewhere, because the question isn't going to go away. The question, what's it all for? What should I orient myself toward? Or what should I imitate? Or what should I be in awe of? You're stuck with that.
Goal setting is not something you do just once. It's a continual process. Also, you must constantly check your progress toward your goals. You don't want to fall too far behind on, or worse, lose sight of, your important goals. Now, just as important as your long-range goals are your short-range goals. Your goals for tomorrow, next week, next month. These are goals you can accomplish within the next year, the immediate future. We call these goals confidence builders.
No one is ever gonna see or have you in mind for any project or opportunity if you live in the middle of nowhere. Your own friends and family can't find your ass when they come visit, let alone somebody who has a movie or a project that's got your name all over it. And things are not gonna happen that fast. But understand, out of sight, out of mind. And once you get on people's radars, you have to understand that not everybody's gonna be checking for you.
That's what I mean by interrupting it with a but, so that you don't stay chained to the way things went down, so that you don't stay chained to what other people called you. Ask the question, not God, why am I going through this, but God, what are you bringing forth? Show me what you are doing through this that is for the benefit of others.
Work on yourself. Here's something, whatever you do, give yourself a self-imposed quota. Not a quota. I just told one of my sons, okay, call me when you get through entertaining or having dinner. But ask me, will my head hit a pillow before I do something that I've set out to do?
If you can learn to get to the point where you will still do what's right even when you feel wrong, you are going to be one victorious person. What would we do without the grace of God? And grace is undeserved favor, but it's more than that. It's the power of God, the anointing of God, the presence of God.
I had to go back and face that one more time, but to face it in a different way. I looked at him in a way, we never said sorry to one another. I looked at him in a way that I realize now why you fucked this up. I had to almost be him to realize it's okay, brother. It's okay, because I realized that somewhere in your life, something fucked you up and you didn't deal with it. And so you put that shit on me, my mom, and everybody around you.
That is not how your story ends. Just stay on the wall. Keep doing the right thing, keep fulfilling your purpose, and there will be a time, like with my friend, the opposition is gone, the slanders are silenced, the haters are humiliated. God knows how to defend your reputation. He knows how to promote you in the presence of your enemies.
Visualize each step up the ladder, okay? And at the top of the ladder, you write down your ultimate goal, and then you start filling in the steps in between. Now, let me say this. Some of the steps between you and your goal, you don't have to wait on God to get an answer for. It's just going to be common sense.
No matter what your circumstance is, no matter what your pain is, no matter what your trouble is, no matter what is going on in your life, you too can find the joy in life as we go through it. We desire to have joy, which is better than happiness. It's more than happiness. It's not a feeling, it's not an emotion. It is a decision.
You know, I've never seen myself as particularly talented. Where I excel is I'm willing to die in the process of acquiring skill. Like, it's, you know, when I put my obsessive mind on something. So for me, to be a movie star was the first thing that I ever really wanted.
The source of my strength. If you sit beside me, I want you to see me go to the source. You couldn't stop me from loving you if you tried, okay? I love you unconditionally, but I am a person of faith. So if you were with me, I would take you to my source of strength. I would take you to the well that I go to where I draw the water. And for me, it's my faith, it's my relationship with God.
Even in its negative sense, well, what's the purpose of life anyways, and why bother? So that can lead you into a very destructive nihilism. And so you're stuck with the problem. And if your culture hasn't provided you with a solution, or you've rejected that solution, or the solution no longer seems tenable to you, that doesn't mean the problem goes away.
When you work hard, burn the midnight oil, and accomplish these little things, it builds your confidence to go for your long-range goals. Write down in your notebook or journal all the little things you would like to have or accomplish in the next year. How you set up this list is up to you. You might want to break it down by week or by month. Set it up in whatever way works well for you.
There's these people called seat fillers. Seat fillers work at every award show. The Grammys, the BET Awards, the Oscars. Every award show has seat fillers. I've been at some of the biggest award shows and ended up sitting next to people I don't know who the f they are. The question is, why are you just filling seats?
God is speaking this over you. You're more than a conqueror. You're an overcomer. Greater is he that is in you than the wall that is in the world. Climb or die. Climb or die. You turn around, the first wall you see, the first rejection you get, the first no you hear, the first relapse, you turn around.
I have a quota of what I want to accomplish each day, and I'm committed to do that. I started working. I started learning something new. I started learning how to use my talents in another way. I was very good. How I got here is that I don't think like other people. How I got here, I set a quota for myself, self-imposed.
If the only time you do what's right is when you feel right, you're in real trouble. You know that? What would you like to eat today, Joyce? Well, I'd like to have a big bowl of noodles. What would you like tomorrow? More noodles, lasagna, spaghetti, fettuccine. But I won't have that because I want to be able to get into my clothes. Amen? We can't do everything we feel like doing and be the kind of person that we want to be.
Before I start this journey to be Navy SEAL, I go back to see my dad because I realize now I gotta fix some shit. I'm blaming everything. I gotta go back. You know how a lot of times you're like, if you're a runner, your right knee may hurt, but it's not your right knee that hurts, it's really your left hip. But we're concentrating on the right knee. I'm concentrating on all my shit. But I need to go back to the root of the problem, which is my dad. I gotta face the demon.
Ignoring the insults, dismissing the disrespect, not paying attention to the rumors. God started fighting his battles. God began to bring vindication. The more they pushed him down, the more God lifted him up. They didn't believe in him, but I believed in him. I didn't know all that was going on, but God will always have the right people that will be there for you.
Create a visual tool as an aid to assist you in thinking through the steps. So just sit down, get a piece of paper, draw 2 sidelines and draw some steps like it's a ladder. And then on the first rung of the ladder, you write down what you need to do first. What's the first thing I need to do? And on the top rung of the ladder, you write, this is the goal that I want to reach.
Joy requires you at times to wait. Joy requires you to linger a little longer. Joy is the serious business of heaven. It's no small thing, this idea of joy. So where does joy begin? I believe that joy always begins first and foremost in obeying. To miss out on joy is to miss out on one of the greatest reasons why we even have a chance to live.
When I looked, I always felt like there weren't a lot of people I saw do things that I felt like I couldn't do, right? When I look at people and I see things, I don't feel like I can't. Whether or not I will is something different, but I don't ever feel like I can't.
When darkness overcomes me, now see, I'm praying this. When darkness overcomes me, light will come bursting in. I will be kind, merciful, generous, and fair as I conduct my business so that all goes well with me. I will not be overthrown by evil circumstances. God's constant care for me will make a deep impression on all who see it.
Imagine that you question in your imagination. Your life presents you with the question, what should I do today? What would a person do? What should a person do in this situation? What should I do with my life? What should I do with this relationship? And answers appear in the theater of your imagination, or doubts arise, but something happens. You send out a call, essentially, and you respond, or something in you responds with the generation of an answer.
Part of the fun of having a list is being able to check off something as obtained or completed. Every week, try to check off at least one thing on your list of short-term goals. And when you are able to check off something major, something on your list of long-range goals, celebrate. Make winning joyful. Congratulate yourself. It is very important to celebrate progress.
If you have an opportunity to have a conversation or sit next to Beyonce, Jay-Z, your favorite stars at one of these award shows, and you're just looking to be a seat filler and not take advantage of the opportunity to sit on the side of somebody as a seat filler, that's your loss. That's you not seizing the moment and taking advantage of the moment.
Despite what the discipline industrial complex might lead you to believe, you don't have to be superhumanly disciplined to reach your goals. You're not ultimately going to find success by white-knuckling your way through life. You'll never stick with things you don't, at some level, truly enjoy. There is almost nothing, from my work, my routine, to my barbell training, to my marriage, that requires the active exercise of discipline. Instead, I do what I do because I like it. It brings me pleasure and joy and satisfaction. I'm motivated to do it. You can enjoy the magic of motivation too if you experiment to find approaches to your habits, routines and goals, and what are uniquely satisfying for you. So you don't like exercising yet? How many of the hundreds of workout types and sports have you actually really tried? A half dozen? Keep testing. Hate dieting. It's truly possible to find a way of eating that will make it easier for you to stay on track. There are people who genuinely like intermittent fasting, low carbing. If it fits your macros plan, this approach to life should even inform your faith. There are certain spiritual disciplines that some people find very effective in accessing the transcendent, but which do little for others. Find the practices that work for you. Stop feeling guilty if you hate waking up early, or love running, or don't think meditating does anything for you. You should only feel guilty if you're not making the most of your talents and potential. Full human flourishing should be your goal. How you get there is up to you. Find your own I like and let the opinions of others go glimmering. Now you have everything you need to know, man. It's all up to you whether to start and to take the leap of faith and go to the next level, or you keep the same. There comes a moment in every life where the mirror doesn't lie anymore, where the silence around you becomes louder than your distractions, where the reflection staring back doesn't ask questions, it demands answers. Not about who you are, but who you've been pretending not to be. You feel it, don't you? That uncomfortable sting of wasted time, the weight of potential gathering dust behind locked doors, the ache of knowing you could have been more by now. This is not guilt, this is not shame. This is the call, the whisper that's followed you from childhood to now, the voice that says you were meant for more than this. There is an old story about a man who lived his whole life in a small, shadowed village surrounded by towering mountains. Every day he would walk the same path, complain about the same struggles, blame the same circumstances. One day, a traveler passing through said to him, "Why don't you climb the mountains? The sun shines longer there. The view is endless." The man scoffed. "Climb the mountain? I don't have the tools. I'm too tired. It's too steep. Maybe one day." And so he never climbed, and he never saw the sun in its full glory. He died in the shadows, not because he couldn't change, but because he chose not to. Laziness isn't just about lying on the couch. It's the quiet decision to say tomorrow every time your soul screams now. It's the art of dying slowly without anyone noticing. And excuses? Excuses are the stories we tell ourselves to avoid rewriting the real one. They're beautifully constructed lies, comforting, convenient and cowardly. "I don't have time. I'm just not motivated. It's too late for me." No, the truth is you've had the pen in your hand this whole time. You just forgot how to write. But here's the thing. A page isn't a prison, it's a canvas. And today you get to start a new one. Yes, I know the past is there. The pages behind you are inked and stained with every missed opportunity and half-hearted effort. But they're not the end. You're not the person who wasted the last year. You're the person who learned from it. You're not the person who quit every time it got hard. You're the person who now knows what quitting costs. This is your reset. Not because it's the first time you've tried, but because this is the time you refuse to turn back. Imagine your life as a locked vault. Behind that door is your potential, your power, your peace. Laziness is the rust of the lock. Excuses are the chains you wrapped around it. But you are the key. You've just been too scared to turn it, to use it. Too used to playing small, too surrounded by voices saying it's okay to settle, but you know better now. So here's the deal. Today, not tomorrow, You don't need perfect conditions, you don't need permission, you just need to move. One step, one act of defiance against the voice that says wait. Because momentum is born in moments like this, where you decide that your old story ends here, that you're not dragging yesterday into today, that you're burning the script of excuses and writing something real, something worthy. Stand up, man, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually. Stand up to the part of you that has kept you numb and neutral. Stand up to the inner voice that whispers you're not ready. Because ready is a myth, action is real. Start now, start clumsy, start uncertain, just start. You don't need motivation, you need a moment. And this is that moment. No more laziness, no more excuses, and no more waiting for a version of yourself that only arrives if you build it. Start a new page, man, and write like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Let today be the turning point, not because the world changed, but because you did. And when they ask you years from now what happened, how did you become the person you're today, you will say, I finally got tired of waiting, I finally said enough, and I wrote a new story. One where I stopped watching the clock and started owning my time. This is your chapter, man, and I just want you to make it count. Deep down you all feel that pull, like there is something we're meant to do, something that gives our life meaning. And I truly believe every person is born with a purpose, with a spark of goodness inside that comes with a responsibility to grow, to rise, and to become the best version of ourselves. Your dream isn't just something nice to have, it's something essential. It's necessary that you chase it, work for it, and shape yourself around it. It's not enough to just hope for it. You have to show up for it every single day, because time isn't something you can afford to waste. Every morning is another chance to put in the effort, not because someone is watching, but because it's who you are. Your character, the way you grind when no one sees. When it's raining, when you're tired, when quitting seems easier, that's what shapes your success. See, being great doesn't come from titles or applause. It's not about being called a champion. It's about acting like one when no one's around, because champions are made in those early mornings, in lonely hours of practice, in moments of sacrifice when others are sleeping. It's not a switch you flip on when it's convenient. It stays on all the time. It becomes your standards, and if your name is on something, then give it your best every single time. The problem is, many people expect support for their dreams. But your dream is yours. No one owes you anything. If you want it, you have to rise and grind for it. You've got to be willing to fight for it, to stay up late and wake up early, to give up comfort and rest if your dream consumes your thoughts. If life feels empty without it, then you've got to pour everything you've got into it. Push through fear, doubt, pain. Keep going with everything you've got. Your heart, your faith, your determination. And when nothing seems to go right, when life throws its worst at you, you don't let it break you. You stand up stronger. Because, life changes. It's full of highs and lows. Sometimes it lifts you up, sometimes it knocks you flat. And no matter how skilled or dedicated you are, there will be times when things just fall apart. But those moments, those hard, painful, confusing times are where growth begins. Anyone can feel good when things are going well. It's easy to be hopeful when everything is smooth. But real strength shows when everything goes wrong and you still choose to rise. Maybe you haven't found success yet because you think every open door is meant for you, but not every opportunity is yours, and not every path will lead you forward. All of us will face tragedy at some point. Some of us already have, and when it comes, you have a choice. Let it crush you or let it shape you. Use it, grow from it, be bigger than the pain. The road to change isn't everything. The road to change isn't easy. If it were, everyone would take it, but if you are serious, like really serious, you will give it everything. You know, we all fall. That's life. But the real question is, who gets back up? That's where the difference is made. If you want to rise to greatness, you've got to be willing to go against the crowd, to push when everything tells you to stop. You have to take control. You have to decide, I'm not giving in. I'm not letting this defeat me. Your success doesn't come from your situation. It comes from your mindset. The battle isn't in your bank account or your job title. It's in your head. Your mind is the first battlefield. That's where fear lives, where doubt grows. That's where the enemy works to break you down. But if you win the battle in your mind, then you can win anywhere else. In your work, your relationships, your life. So fight for your thoughts, take back your strength, and when you do, you will come back, not just standing, but stronger and better than ever. Because you made the choice to stand for something, and that's where the real power begins. You know, choosing peace of mind, chasing your dreams, and fighting for your health isn't just about ambition. It's a decision to fully commit to becoming who you're meant to be. If you want something badly enough, then it's not just about wanting anymore. It's about doing. It's about letting go of what's behind you. The pain, the setbacks, the disappointments, and focusing every ounce of your energy on moving forward. People might hurt you. Life might hit you hard. But the only question that matters is, what will you do about it? You have to rise above it, not just for survival, but for growth. Because, you know, growth only happens when you choose to keep going. Not when things are easy, but when they're not. You can't measure how far you have to go or how hard it's going to be. If you start keeping score, counting the hours, the sacrifices, the failures, you might stop. You might turn around, and that's why you don't count. You lift as many weights, you push through as many days, and you study as long as needed. Not because it's easy, but because it matters. The moment you begin to measure the cost is the moment you start giving power to doubt. So don't ask how long it's going to take or how hard it's going to be. Just tell yourself, whatever it takes, I'm in. Stay focused, stick to the plan. Keep doing the things that have been working for you. Even when it feels slow or pointless, evaluate your situation honestly, adapt if you must, but never retreat. Once you make that choice to go all in, to keep moving without the option of quitting, that's the moment everything changes. It's not the world you need to convince, it's you. It's the person in the mirror that has to believe. The day you declare, I'm done holding back, I will give everything I've got, is the day the path begins to open. So what I want you to do is to stop living in your past. Don't be defined by what happened or who let you down, and make the rest of your life count. Let today be the line you draw where everything changes. Not because life got easier, but because you've got stronger. Because you chose to live with purpose, and that purpose is what will carry you through.